Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We welcome you all to our first online session of Strengthening Science Education. Firstly, our team would like to share our emotions with this project. We consider ourselves very fortunate working in the Akal Academy as a science teacher, and now we have got an opportunity to connect with you all through this project. Um, our team's mission is to be like a link between the head office and the academies, as we will be working at the grassroots level and accomplishing the aim of this project. So before we get started, there's just a bit of housekeeping. Everyone who is attending this meeting is automatically on mute. So if you have a question, go ahead and use the chat feature at the bottom of your screen and feel free to ask questions as we go along. We also have a Q&A session at the end where we will have the opportunity to answer to your questions, some of your questions. And one important thing, that today's presentation, PDF of today's presentation will be provided to you at the end. So you need not make the notes, okay? So before our team initiates this presentation, it will be a great pleasure for me to introduce our facilitator, Amita ma'am. She has, I'll just give you a brief history of her experience. So she has been she worked for 31 years in Kendra Vidyalaya, 25 years as a teacher and 6 years as a trainer. And then she took a voluntary retirement in the year 2018. And in the same year, she met Dr. Neelam ma'am. Neela ma'am, what can I say about her? She's a very hardworking individual who is always concerned for the betterment of the education in Akal Academies. She's a solutionist, and we are here together because of her vision. So after Amita ma'am joined this institution, she has been actively working since then, taking workshops and understanding the structure of science education in the academies, and also trying to improvise it. In February this year, a long-term project. So there was a proposal for this project, which is strengthening science education in Kal academies, and was discussed with Dr. Neelam ma'am. And the project was formally launched in April 2020. So today, as well as in our future interactions, we hope that we will be blessed with ma'am's presence, as she will always be the guiding hand. I'll pass it over to Amita ma'am now, and we shall listen what she has to say about this session. Amita ma'am, please.
Very warm greetings to one and all here. It is a great sense of great pleasure that finally we are reaching each one of you through this platform. My dear friends, this is a very long collaborative journey. And project title, every time, you keep on looking at your WhatsApp group and keep on looking at your mail. This is Project Strengthening Science Education. But the base lies in the fact that we should strengthen the bond between teacher and student. And the driving attribute which we all are going to be follow, it is expected from all of us, even me, my coordinators, each science teacher of Akal academies, everybody who is involved. And those two driving attributes are patience and focus. Patience for getting to know your students, patience to know their abilities, their aspirations, their expectations. This is one pillar. And then focus to channelize those abilities to construct their own knowledge. So this patience and focus are the two pillars or the two attributes which are expected from each one of us, including me, including you. I am greatly appreciative of my team coordinators who are taking up this challenge. Other than the regular duties, they do that at the respective Akal academies. And they are doing this wonderful job with their consistent dedication. So I appreciate you, dear friends, all the best. But let us start this journey. It's a collaborative journey with patience and focus and with open and constructive outlook. My guidance, my good wishes will always be with you. Thanks and God bless you all. Over to you, Rashpal ji.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Um, so this is our team, as you're already aware of, and my name is Rashpal Singh. I'm from Akal Academy, Jandiali. My co-coordinators, Sociable Seema ma'am and Natural Navneet ma'am. Uh, we'll start off with the project. Sorry, I mean the presentation with the motto of this project. So the name of the project has it all. We have to all get together and strengthen science education. We won't be reminding you all with this mantra again and again. So this is a mantra. It should be a part of your life from now on till the time you are an educator. Okay. So to be a successful learner and educator, these 3 points will be the driving force that you all must acquire. Creatively involved. You all have the knowledge. है ना? सारे को you have best of knowledge of your subject, but how can you impart that knowledge, okay, more creatively? We will need to find ways in doing so. Next is innovatively driven. Think outside the box is like a famous saying, and thinking of new ideas will always keep you going. And the last is technologically advanced. Like just take an example of Zoom. Yes, the last year we never heard about it, but now it's an essential part of our lives. So ithe nahi rukna appa. Similarly, we will look for technologies that can improve our teaching. Okay, so what will be our first step? We will be following a holistic approach. It simply means holi holi, stepwise chalna hai, like building blocks. Okay, so creating a structure that is strong and can then tikau. Okay, so I will give you an analogy. I hope you can relate it. So this approach is like a, you can say Ayurvedic or you can say more specifically a homeopathic treatment. We need to look for the root cause. So we will focus on all 3 domains of a child. So the primary is affective domain, in which we will change the attitude of a child, okay, towards science. So remembering the mantra, we have to be more creative. As we become more creative, we'll attract the child, you know, and we make a strong bond with them. So if we get this done, okay, secondary is psychomotor domain. We can now involve him or her, the student, in activities which will be based on skill development. Yes, and tertiary is cognitive domain. So every skill has a theory or a knowledge behind it. So the skill activities which we will do will automatically provoke the child to reach to that knowledge. Okay, so we will further look into this approach. So I will now ask Sociable Seema ma'am to take the presentation from here on. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Reliable Rashpal sir. The aim of the project is to find the root cause and to diagnose it. How we can diagnose it? By developing the scientific attitude and aptitude, which is a fundamental aspect. Because these scientific attitude and aptitude helps the student to understand any scientific concept in a very meaningful and a purposeful way. Attitude is only psychological. It underpins the character, virtues, and the moral values. We can simply say for the attitude that it is a very settled way of thinking or feeling something. Aptitude, on the other hand, is both psychological and physical. It determines if the person would develop desired skill to do a task. In general, I can say that it's a natural ability ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਜੋ natural ability ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ, that is the aptitude of a child, or that natural ability pushes that individual student or any individual to get that desired skill. Now I am going to discuss the factors that helps the students to develop scientific attitude. Here a very beautiful line is written that the teacher's attitude directly affects students' attitude. And as we all know very well that the behavior and approach of any teacher is directly accepted or copied by the student. So it puts a very great responsibility on us. And in the same way, one who has scientific attitude can survive successfully in this challenging world. So here we are with the first factor, that is known as belief. Firstly, we have to put this thing in our students, in the mind of the student, that believe in this thing that nothing is happening in this world without any reason. There is a reason behind everything. Any situation, if you are observing, there must be a reason. The student should believe this thing. The second factor is curiosity. It is about to showing interest and paying particular attention to objects or event, asking questions or seeking answers. I will relate curiosity with the belief. Here the student is believing that something is happening. And we are saying that something is happening with a reason. So student will get curious about what is the reason for this happening, why this situation is happening, what is the reason behind that. The student is getting curious about that situation. So that is the curiosity, which helps the student to ask questions, to know more about any particular topic or any particular thing in journal. The third one is objectivity. Objectivity, not allowing to have bias or to influence, recording observation, interpretation of data, and forming conclusion. I must say it is all about recording observations to develop the best scientific explanation for any question. The student is observing any data, and he or she will find to give the answer in the best way. So that is the objectivity. Move on with the critical mindedness. It is the making suggestions or drawing conclusions on the basis of evidence, questioning accuracy in view of evidence. Simply, we can say that if we are giving any argument or if you are doing any conclusion in the classroom, the student will not simply accept that argument or a conclusion as it is. The student will ask different types of questions. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ हैं ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ different types of questions they will ask, which are not given in the textbook, which is not even in the concept, but they are willing to ask, they are willing to know more about that. That is the critical mindedness. Move on with one of the important one, that is the creative. How we can say that student is a creative minded? When the student is asking questions out of the box, generating new ideas or envisioning the things which are not easily seen, he or she can give some different types of ideas to do the same work which we are carrying on with the same idea. So that if any child is giving the same idea to us, that is the creative child. And we have to develop, as a science teacher, we have to develop this thing in our students. That will help our students to develop scientific attitude. Honest. As we all know that honesty is the best policy, and this is the time when we have to feed this thing in our student. How we can teach honesty? Like student is performing a practical in the lab, so we will tell them ki beta whatsoever you are observing, what your actual observation is, you will write the only observation of yours. It is not like to copy paste the same thing which you have read from the book or you have taught in the class, but the actual what you are observing, you have to write in your observation box. For example, I must say that if we are saying any student to observe rainbows, rainbow को अगर कोई बच्चा observe कर रहा है, so It is well known that rainbows has 7 colors. But is the 7 color is visible to every student? Tell the students ki how many colors you are observing. What actual you are observing, which color is you are observing brighter and which is the lighter. You will write your own. So be honest when you are writing the observations. The next one is humility. It is about to admitting committed errors, recognizing that there may be better ideas, or consulting others to arrive at correct observation and conclusions. Humility is all about to committing any error. It is about being open to the possibility of being wrong. It's okay, I make an error. Next time we can do better for that. Next time we can implement any new idea to proceed anything. That is all about humility. So now we are on the last factor, that is responsibility. And being a science teacher, it's our duty to develop this feature in our students. They cannot bother this thing. उनको burden नहीं लगना चाहिए कि मुझे कोई काम दिया गया है. They must feel it's my responsibility to do such a thing. Because being a student, it's my responsibility to take participation in every task. I am ready to take the challenges without complaining. These things should be in the student mind, and this is our responsibility to how to develop this feature in our student. So these were the 8 factors which help our student to develop scientific attitude. Now come to the second half, which is scientific aptitude. So aptitude is not a specific skill, rather it is the capacity to acquire that specific skill. As I discussed you earlier, that aptitude is a natural ability, is a natural talent of a student, in which he or she can perform easily without putting any effort. That is the aptitude. And scientific aptitude depends upon a variety of factors. Like we have discussed earlier, that the scientific attitudes is 8 factors. Similarly, scientific aptitude also have some factors. Let's see. The first one is journal intelligence. Journal learning ability, which is also known as G-score, the ability to catch on or understand instructions and underlying principles, ability to reason and make judgment. In journal words, I must say that it is known as G-score or G factor. It is a mental ability or capacity to solve any problem. Journal intelligence is a mental ability to solve any problem, to learn anything without putting any extra effort. For example, if a student is doing well in objective test, would also do well in subjective. Are you getting my point? मतलब अगर एक बच्चा एक particular stream में बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, तो it's obvious कि he or she can perform in the same way in the other field also, because it is the natural ability of the student. It is the general common intelligence. उसका वो talent है कि वो हर field में अच्छे से perform कर सकता है. Now come to the second one, that is the verbal ability. It is the capability of expressing ideas using word in a clearly understandable manner, having a good vocabulary and sentence forming skills. So in the shortened way, I must say कि it's to spell something correctly, correct use of grammar, understand word meaning. These are the things which come under this category. Numeric ability, ability of mathematical reasoning in problem solving, interpreting graph and tables, etc. Numeric word itself says that it will completely based on the numeracy. So it is the ability to analyze any conclusion or problem based on numerical data. In physics and chemistry, we have some types of numerical doing or solving that particular. The next one is spatial ability, capacity to understand, reason and remember the special relations among object or space. It is about to do task in a different way or with a different idea that makes the work easier. Move on with next. It is about memory. We all generally use this word in daily life, but it's difficult it is very difficult when we are talking about the student's memory. How we can describe it? Ability to recall or recognize after a brief exposure to words, symbol, numbers, and figures, etc. So memory is the learning ability of new things. How the student is learning new things, that is the ability, and that is known as memory. In memory, the student will take information, recode it, store it, and retrieve it at later time. That all comprises the memory. हमने आज क्या पढ़ाया और कुछ दिनों के बाद स्टूडेंट को कितना याद रहेगा, that is all about memory. The next one is perceptual speed. Cognitive ability, speed in comparing figures or symbols, scanning to find figures or symbols, or carrying out other very simple tasks involving visual perception. Here the word cognitive ability means the mental ability of a student or a child. It is the ability to compare letters, numbers, symbols, etc. It is all about how soon a child is performing, how soon the student is replying or responding. This may be presented on the same time or after one another. In the same sense, for a given example of the perceptual speed, like we are giving numericals in the classroom to different number of students, but some of them are doing very well, while other group is facing or dealing with some type of problem. So that is the perceptual speed, that how soon the student will overcome the problem. Move on to next slide. This is the psychomotor ability. Ability refers to a wide range of actions involving physical movement related to conscious cognitive processing. Psychomotor ability means psychomotor and perceptual motor skills together. When we are doing any such type of work in which our mental ability as well as our physical movements are involved, that is the psychomotor ability. मतलब कोई ऐसा काम, कोई ऐसी एक्टिविटी जिसमें हम अपनी मेंटल एबिलिटी के साथ साथ अपने फिजिकल मूवमेंट्स को इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल ड्राइविंग अ कार. While driving a car, we are using both our eyes or hand coordination. Similarly, dictation test. When we are taking dictation test in the classroom, the coordination is between ear and hand. बच्चा क्या सुन रहा है और वो क्या लिख रहा है. So it is all about psychomotor ability. So that's all with the scientific attitude factors. And I must say, always remember, this is a long-term project, and we all need to work at grassroots level inclusively, like sir discussed earlier. Therefore, each one of us will tread patiently, systematically, and cohesively to achieve the desired objective. In this long-term project, we will work together, think together, and succeed together. We will move along with one another, keep this thing in our mind, that we are science teachers, and being a science teacher, it's our responsibility to develop scientific temperament in our students. So we have to develop good bonding with our students that will help to achieve the goal of the project. Now I would request to my team coordinator, Natural Navneet ma'am, to take the presentation further.
Thank you, Sociable Seema ma'am, for telling us about the scientific attitude and aptitude. Okay, teachers, so let's move to the most interesting and the most important part of today's session, that is the task 1. So, which you teachers will assign to your students. The theme of our first task is Curiosity Supercharges Learning. Why we choose this topic, curiosity? As curiosity is the key ingredient of learning. We have to make child curious firstly. Curiosity is a quality that is related to the intuitive thinking, such as exploration, observation, investigation, which helps in the overall development of the child and also makes child tuned to all the scientific aspects. Move to the next slide. So we thought about this task because when the child becomes curious, he or she may also actively seek out the challenges and the new experiences. Curiosity is having a great desire to learn and know something. So we are doing opening of this task by celebrating the wonder way. So the primary requirement for this class is to build a strong bond between a teacher and a student. It is just a conversational task, or we can say a mind boosting task, just to freshen up the minds of the child and make them open to talk about their thoughts to the teacher. So the motto of this task is to understand the child's feelings and emotions at the first step. Now I would like to discuss in detail about the activities which will be assigned by you to your students. So each activity is assigned in 3 groups, that is group 1 of class 3rd to 5th, group 2 of class 6 to 8, and group 3 of class 9 to 12. For this activity and also for the upcoming activities, each student should have to make a separate notebook, or you can say a diary, or they can make notebook of the extra pages, or they can use any notebook, whatever they are feel free to have. Okay, so they will give the name to their notebook as My Wonder Journal. सब बच्चों ने आपने क्या करना है, सब बच्चों को बताना है कि एक नोटबुक लगानी है where they will write about their questions which coming to their mind and also about the task which I am going to explain further. What is that task? तो उनको बोलना है कि वो नोटबुक लगाएं और उस नोटबुक पे एक टाइटल दे उस नोटबुक को, that is My Wonder Journal. After that, so our first activity is to ask about the questions which are only journal questions. Please teachers keep in mind it should not be subject related. We are showing you a sample of questions. You can use these questions and also you are free to use your own questions that you would like to ask to the students. Like for the first activity, you can ask them which activity do they like the most at home and why, or
There's some technical issue, I guess.
sir, screen sharing. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I'm sending message. Wait a minute, just. It's done.
So the first activity is to about ask a journal question to the student and they will write answer of that particular question which is assigned to a particular student in that Wonder Journal. Now the second activity is My Wonder Ring. So as we all know about what does this word wonder indicates, it is an emotion of feeling being surprised or shocked or seems beautiful, और when the people perceive something rare, जब हमें कुछ अजीब लगता है या कुछ different लगता है, अच्छा लगता है, then हमारे mind में बहुत सारे questions arise होते हैं. इसी तरह से students के child के mind में भी बहुत सारे questions arise होते हैं. That is about the wonder. So उसी के base पे they have to form their own wonder ring. You can suggest a topic for that. Like we are having a sample here. Like we are having a topic fish. So I wonder why do fish jump? They will write these 3 questions to a particular topic. I wonder what do fish eat? I wonder if I would be a shark. So they can write question by starting with I wonder and when or how and why this is happening. They can relate their question to the topic. Teachers, you are free to suggest your topics to the students also, so they can make their own wondering. Like, I wonder, what if I look to a dolphin? Why the sun burns? Why the sun gives us heat? So they can write lots of questions about that. And ये questions तो बहुत सारे students के minds में आते हैं. They can write lots of questions but you can assign a topic, or they can also, students can also select their own topic about that, कि वो अपना टॉपिक लें और उसके लिए एक वंडर रिंग बनाए where they will write 3 questions in their wonder journal. Similarly, the task is for grade 6 to 8 where you will, but the question level will vary according to the classes. You can use simple questions for the primary levels and a little bit extra for the 6 to 8 and similarly for 9 to 12. Similarly, 6 to 8 students also have to make their own wondering. Sample we are giving you that they can write lots of questions, what comes to their mind, what they observe around themselves, जो भी उनके आसपास उन्हें नजर आता है, they can write about it. Similarly, for 9 to 12, questions are there. They will get their question. You can give your own questions also, and you can use these questions also, and they will write about that question and in their wonder journal. And this is again the wondering for class 9 to 12. As we are having the question here, it's like, I wonder why do we have 2 eyes if I only see one thing? I wonder how do tears come from their eyes? I wonder why do I blink? So they can write these types of questions in their wonder journal. और इसके अलावा भी कुछ भी topic, you can use the topic plant, you can use the topic food, you can use the topic book. You can give your own topic to the students also, or students can also choose their own topic. I hope you all have understand well what you have assigned to the students, and I hope you all will work on it efficiently and creatively. Now the reliable Rishpal sir will move you all to the end of the presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. For this project to work out smoothly and to be effective, ground rules must be clear to everyone and should be agreed and consistently followed by you all. Okay, so chete rakhna is sare rules. You will get the PDF, but still, just listen carefully. Okay, so the first one is, and the most important point is per use. So which means to read very carefully. So whatever message is being put in the WhatsApp group should be read very carefully and be understood by all of you. Next is participation. Yes, it is very much compulsory for you all to attend the sessions, as this is the only time we get the interaction going. Okay, so before we discuss the next point, I would like to share something with you all regarding a positive attitude. So we all have chosen this profession because we love learning more than teaching. If that's the case, we need to work together, learn together, and create love for science amongst ourselves and in the mind of the students. Being proactive is a very positive thing to do. So we all need to be very responsible and share the task with the students that will be assigned to you. Okay, so next point is to be inclusive. That means that you need to include everyone in your query process. For example, if there's a question in your mind, okay, if you see something, observe something, first you need to share with your students. So it should be graded. Okay, so first it should be your students, involve them in finding a solution, and I guarantee you that they will surprise you with their opinions. And if you can't get your solution from them, you should move on to your fellow teachers and finally to the coordinators. Okay. Moving on to the next point, the WhatsApp group which we have created is only dedicated towards the project, and to keep the professionalism, we need not put good mornings, okay, thanks, such kind of messages, or even motivational videos in the group. Secondly, if you want to have one-to-one conversation with anyone in the group, please do not put message in the group. You may choose a private message option. Okay. Keep learning will be our next point. Please never think that the task that you will receive is a kind of burden for you, because we are not giving it to you in that motive. Okay, so please take it as a new learning process, and keep that positive attitude as we have discussed in earlier points. Okay, so next is never compromise. So ਦੋ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਟਾਸਕ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਰ ਕੰਪਲੀਟ ਹੋਵੇ, ਦੂਜੀ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਵੀ ਮੇਨਟੇਨਡ ਹੋਵੇ। ਓਕੇ, ਇਹ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕੰਪਰੋਮਾਈਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ। Moving ahead, always feel free to discuss doubts related to any assignment with any one of our team members, with whomsoever you are comfortable with. Last but not the least, we want you all to choose one representative, or you can say one spokesperson from your academy for like better coordination and task implementation. So send the name of that individual by tomorrow in the WhatsApp group. So name of the academy and the representative from that academy. So ਇਹ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕਰੋਗੇ, that you should have full trust on that person ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਟਾਸਕ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ it should reach to all of you. Okay, so ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਕੇ you can choose one representative. Okay, so task evaluation. How are we going to evaluate the task? ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ task ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ evaluate ਕਰਾਂਗੇ? So for this we will send you a Google form link in the WhatsApp group after a week, which you all have to fill it and give us your feedback. So today's presentation will also be uploaded. Okay, as I said earlier, PDF available hogi. So on the website created by Amita ma'am herself. So the link is provided in the slide. Okay, at the bottom you may note it down. Okay, so we are coming towards the end of our session. You are now requested to unmute yourselves and ask questions if you want. So any questions, please, you may ask now.
I want to discuss one more thing with the teachers, that the task which is assigned to the teachers, they have to collect the responses of the child between 4 to 5 days. As you will assign the task by tomorrow, then you can collect their responses by 11th of the August. Okay, and teachers are supposed to also give the answers of the questions which would be written in their Wonder Journal, which would be written in the child's Wonder Journal.
Right. Okay, so most importantly, I hope you have understood the task, and I'm positive that you will all motivate the students to do the same. Okay, so we thank you all, okay, for coming, and hope to see you in our next online session. So good evening, everyone.